guys, welcome to Yarncast and welcome to 2016. I can't believe that it's here, but it is, and I think we're on episode 20. I think. I could be wrong. I did film an episode last week, but my camera basically ate it, so I'm not quite sure what I've actually talked to you guys about and what I talked to you about but you didn't get to see. So if I repeat myself with any of these projects, if you've already seen them, just deal with it. Okay? Okay. So, let's show you some things that I finished. First, some things that I finished last year, 2015. I was determined to finish my bright socks before the year is over because I'm pretty sure I actually cast these on back in 2014, so I did not want these to go another year unfinished. So I did finish them. They are kind of huge because it did not take into account the fact that I was going to make them ribbed on the top, which would have made them more fitted, but then I got a few inches in and I'm like, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore. But I didn't reduce the stitch count, and I also didn't reduce the stitch count on the other sock, which the body is done with the green yarn, which is a little bit thicker. So these are actually really huge. So I guess these are going to be like slippers for me. I might put like some puffy paint on the bottom and just wear them over my normal socks. They fit over my normal socks. But I made my my lifeline, or whatever you call it, for my Afterthought heel in yellow, and then I thought that yellow looks good with them, so I will make the heels in yellow. So I did. The heels are Lion brand Sockies. The pink is Lady Man Fiber Arts in a director's interpretation, and the green is the Wool Dispensary, I think. Somebody that doesn't dye anymore. But I don't remember the details of the yarn. But yeah, basically, all you would be able to buy is the yellow anyway. But yeah, I made them both have, yellow heels because I have the hiccups, so I'm sorry. But I made them both have yellow heels so that they look a little bit more like they match. Because usually when I like alternate colors, they look like they match, but these really don't look like they match, so gave them both a yellow heel. Anyway, I just talked way too long about those socks. But yeah, I made some socks for myself after like a year. I think I actually cast those on in December of 2014. So anyway, I finished something else for myself, and this is very, very nice. Very, very nice. This is a Jane hat by Ella Torrent. I don't know, I might have written that completely wrong. It's in my projects, whatever, you know. The yarn is Green Ash Worsted Highland Handmades from the Color Study Club Pink Month. And it is, the pattern is very nice. It's a very nice lace pattern. The yarn is super duper soft, and I just love this hat, and I wish that you guys could feel how soft this is, because this yarn is just amazingly soft. So that's for me, even though I say I don't like pink, and then I make myself lots of pink stuff. And I also noticed that I have a tendency to use like neon pink and green together. I have like 4 projects that are pink and green, which I didn't even realize that I was doing, but it just coincidentally ended up that way, which was just kind of strange, because I always think that I don't like pink, but I actually do like pink. I like neon pink. I don't like other pinks, but except in certain combinations. See, I actually like pink, I just don't like to admit I like pink, I guess. Anyway, I also finished a peppermint and pine hat. Don't know if I showed this to you guys, but there's that. That was part of the indie gift along. It's just done in Cascade 220. I'm working on the mittens. I did not finish those in time for the indie gift along, but that's done. And this will probably be donated. The set will probably be donated to Wool Aid. As will this hat. This is the Earthen hat. And you can't really see the pattern really well on camera, and it needs to be blocked because it looks weird, but that is earthen. This is done in some yarn that I dyed. I don't remember what I dyed this with, but it's this really pretty purpley gray. I've had this for a long time. So that's that. And then we get into the projects that I have finished this year. I've already finished 2 things this year. The first is the first hat of the year. I'm going to try again to do 52 hats in the year. In 2015 I did 47. So I didn't quite make it to 52, but I'm going to try again this year. I have this #1 hat, which is called Calzetta. Is that it? Yes. It is written for super bulky, and I use this yarn, which on Ravelry it says it is super bulky. I don't think this is super bulky. I think this is bulky, and then the Peyton's bulky I think is actually super bulky, even though on Ravelry it says bulky. So I don't know, but this turned out too small for me. It can fit me, but it's a little bit tight, so I'm going to consider that a child-sized hat. And I really, really like how the yarn spiraled. So that's awesome. So since it's child size, I don't know, I might donate this one as well. But that's that. That was in the Fiber Natura Inca colors. So I broke one of those balls out, started using those, and it's nice. Like I said, I like how it spiraled, and I like how the pom-pom turned out. So the other thing that I finished, the last finished object that I have to show you, is just a square, but I'm considering it a finished object because I'm not gonna do the thing that I usually do, where I put all the squares and plan to make them into a blanket and then never actually finish the squares, and then it's forever considered an unfinished object. No, I'm just gonna do what some people do and consider the squares individual projects. If I do 12 of them this year, great. If I don't, oh well, I have some finished projects anyway. So this is Stars Aligned, which is the January block of the month crochet along. I'll link all this stuff, but yeah, so I did this in mostly in Red Heart Super Saver. The light purple is some ancient acrylic that I don't even know what it is, but the rest is Red Heart Super Saver. It's very pretty. It uses a star stitch, which you can really see in the purple. All these are the star stitch, but you can, on camera, you can only see it on the purple. So, yep, that's that. And I really like how this turned out. It's really pretty, I think. It's a little bigger than 12 inches. It's supposed to be 12 inches. It's a little bit bigger. I'm guessing that's because Red Heart Super Saver is a little bit thick. But oh well, as long as I consistently make them this big, it'll work out, right? So, that's all the finished objects that I have to show you. I do have a few works in progress. Let's take a look at those. There was something else that another pattern that I purchased during the indie gift along, but did not finish. It's a pattern for fingerless mitts called Red Flannel. Oh, that looks really, really good on camera. I was worried you would not be able to see it, but you can see that really well. So I'm calling these gray flannel because they're gray. They're made in Peyton's Classic Wool. The pattern is written for DK, so I tried to do it with Peyton's DK in gray, but they were just way too small. So I just went up to worsted weight and added a few stitches. I did these on 40 stitches. And it's a 10 pattern repeat, so 40 stitches works out perfectly. I still have to make the thumb, and then I have to make the other one, but damn, that looks good. Wow. That looks really good on camera, guys. I'm excited about how good that looks. So yeah. I was gonna make these for my brother, but I don't know. I don't know if the pattern is like too girly. So I might just keep these for myself and then make him some plain ones. I don't know. Not sure. Do you guys think this pattern is girly? I don't know. I don't have a really good gauge of what is girly and what is masculine myself, so I don't know. But those look good. That's making me want to finish it today because that looks really good. So that's that. And that is in one of my poked edge clear box bags, which I love because I love being able to see what project is in there. And I'm sorry because that probably sounded horrible. Okay, also in progress, I don't know how to say that word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I think it's a tomato type thing, isn't it? I could be wrong, and I'm just pronouncing it incorrectly. But, what do we have? What is this called? Conversationalist, which is a hat, is what this is, and I am almost finished with the brim. I almost called it the cuff. It's called the brim, right? And I'm doing this in, wow, this is like almost gone already, Lion Brand Superwash Merino Cashmere. I am using Seafoam. And I have another ball of that in here. I might need a third one. It's not completely one color. I am also using Willow Rustic, looking for the color name, Blush. So, those two colors. But I might have to break out another ball of the Superwash Merino Cashmere. And I do love the Superwash Merino Cashmere. It is super soft. It's Lion Brand, but it's nice. Just because it's Lion Brand, it doesn't mean it's not awesome. Okay? So that is in my unknown bucket bag. And then I'm doing the brown bag sock club again. Last year I ended up opening 3 bags, but I had made up 15. So I still have 12 left, which means I can open up 1 a month this year, and it's gonna be actually surprising because I have pretty much forgotten what is in the brown bags. But I opened my first one up for January. So this is my January brown bag sock club sock. It is going to be for me because I need some socks. And I need to treat myself because I rarely do. I'm always knitting for other people, but I rarely knit for myself, and I deserve it, right? So I opened up the brown bag and it was 2 skeins of Peyton's Croy Rusty Stripes. So I started off a sock for me. a toe-up vanilla sock. And there it is. And I'm going to move this Dicky-Doo up here so that way next time I can say I knit from the Dicky-Doo up. So there I got a toe and I have started a foot. So that's that. And oh my god, this green stripe just went on forever. That is one huge ass green stripe. But yeah. I'm sorry if you can hear the dog. The neighbors just came home. So the dog has to bark at them. Did I lose my needle? No, there it is. So that's that. I'm going to do an afterthought heel. I have some leftover Peyton's Croy that I will use for the heels. So that way I don't have to break up the strips for the heels. So that's that. And that is in my Silver Shed USA strapper bag. And I love these colors. Some blues and tans and browns. It's very nice. Anyway, I think that's all my whips that I have to show you. It's not all my whips by a long shot, but it's all that I have worked on this week, so it's all I'm going to show you. Okay. Okay. Stash enhancements. I got a couple of stash enhancements. I've already made my first orders of the year, but they haven't shipped out yet because of the holiday, I guess. I don't know why they still haven't shipped out, because I ordered from Webs and from Jimmy Beans, and they usually get things out the following Monday, but I suppose they are like super busy. So it might take some time, and I hope that the thing I order from Jimmy Beans does not sell out like before they get to my order, because I used my Jimmy Beans bucks and my free shipping code, and I got like a scanning yarn for like $6, and if they run out of it before they get to my order, I'm not going to be able to get something else for $6, so it's just going to be like, dang, you know? I'm going to have to spend some more money there, but I spent quite a bit more, let's just put it that way, at Webs, and did my first order of the year with them. I'm going to try to stationary sheep again this year, keep my stash the same size, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited about this order that I'm getting from Webs because it has some new yarn, new to me I should say, that I am going to try out. So that's one of the things I plan to do this year, is to try some new things, kind of branch out, but still keep the stash the same size. So anyway, stash enhancements. I got my yarn box. If you do not want to be spoiled for yarn box, then look away. I actually got my yarn box on January 2nd because they mailed them out on December 31st since they couldn't ship them out on January 1st, and I got mine on January 2nd. To be fair, I am less than an hour away from them, and I do pay for the priority shipping, so don't expect to get yours that fast, but they have so far been very, very quick with mine. And I think my last one came like the day after they shipped it or something. So it came like a day earlier than it was saying it would. I at least remember that much, but I think it came like the next business day or something. Anyway, so yeah, they're fast, and spoilers if you don't want to see what's in Yarn Box socks for January. It is Mosaic Moon. It is Birch, which is medium twist MCN, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. Like I said, I'm loving the superwash merino, cashmere, nylon stuff. So, yes. My color is Bittersweet, which is this very pretty brownish reddish color. My husband says there is orange in this too. I cannot see any orange. It just looks like kind of a brick red to me. But I think I've told you guys before, I'm a little bit colorblind. And in particular, I can't see oranges. I can't tell like oranges and reds apart. So there might be some orange in there, and I just can't see it because he sees more. He sees like way more colors than I do. And I think he actually sees like more colors than average. So there doesn't look like there's any orange in there to you. Then that's understandable, but yeah. Like my son, my youngest son, said it's just brown. And unfortunately, colorblindness, the way it works, the way it is inherited, if your mother is colorblind and you're a boy, you are, I think you're guaranteed to be colorblind. So I doomed him to colorblindness too. So he just said it's brown. I said it looked like kind of a brick red and brown, so I think he sees even less colors than I do, unfortunately. But yeah, anyway, that's a long ass story to tell you that this is what I got, and it's very nice. And I did not like the pattern for this month though. There was a very lacy pattern, and first of all, this is so variegated that a lacy pattern just would not look good with it. Second of all, I don't want lacy socks. I want socks to keep my feet warm. I don't want them to be lacy. So I was not a big fan of the pattern for this month, but I definitely love this yarn, and I'm thinking I want to make some just plain vanilla socks or maybe some fingerless mitts with this. Maybe both. I could probably get both out of this. A short pair of socks and some mitts. I could probably get that. Maybe. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm not doing the pattern for this month because just wasn't a fan. At least not with that. Not with that yarn. Maybe like with a plain, with a solid color sock yarn. Maybe for summer socks I could see doing that pattern, but no. Anyway, my other stash enhancement. I got my final 2015 Color of the Month or Color Study Club from Highland Handmades. This is on a base that she had not given us before. This is on a new base, I suppose. It's called Mountain Ash Worsted. It is 80% superwash targhee. How do you say that word? It's Targhee. I don't know if it's a hard or a soft G, but it's 80% that, and it is 20% silk. So yeah, that's nice. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I mean, I guess it needs to be a hat or maybe some mittens, but I don't know. It needs to be something soft that I am going to wear. I know that much. And I thought it kind of matched this, but I guess it doesn't really match that, does it? I mean, they both have reds and browns, but they don't match. I can tell they don't match. I know that much. But those could go together, right? I don't know. Like if I made like some socks and some mitts, or a hat and some mitts or something, you know. Those could go together, I suppose. Not that I worry too much about matching most of the time. But I kind of like accepted the fact that like it's okay if I have like 50 hats of my own. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start like matching my hats to my outfits and stuff, and maybe matching my socks and my mitts. I don't know. I tried to match my hat to my shirt today. It was cold today, so I had to wear. I'm actually wearing my husband's shirt because I don't even own any long sleeve shirts of my own. which is messed up. I need to get some. But, yeah, I tried to put on a hat that matched, and I'm wearing my worm. So, yep. At least I think that matches. I don't know. I could be wrong. So yeah, that's all of the stash enhancements. Now at this point I have kind of a new segment which I'm going to call Stash or Pass. This is basically going to be reviews, and I will tell you if you should stash something or if you should pass on it. It's not just going to be yarn, which you can actually stash. It's also going to be like magazines and books, and this time I have a book and 2 magazines, which I borrowed from the library, which I'm going to tell you if you should stash them or pass them. The first magazine is Crochet World for December 2015, which I think is the latest Crochet World. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, it's the latest. This is one of those magazines which is great because it has a list of all the patterns in the back on one page. However, if you take a look at that, you'll notice that even though this is the December issue, for some reason it doesn't have very many warm things. So like, what's up with that? Most of these are just like accessories and toys and things like that. There is the DMC Top This hats, but it's like those come with a pattern on the ball band. Why would you need a magazine to give you a pattern for those? So Crochet World, December 2015, pass on that one because it just doesn't have enough useful things, in my opinion. So, the other magazine I got was Creative Knitting, and you may be able to tell from the bookmarks in there that this one was a lot more helpful. First of all, it has a beautiful set on the cover that I do want to knit, and this one doesn't have an index of all the patterns. However, pretty much every pattern in here is a winner, so I won't go through and show you them all, but I will show you a few of them. It does have some of the patterns listed, but yeah, this is a stash. It also has some nice sweaters, which I thought I bookmarked, but apparently my bookmark for that one fell out. But yeah, it has hats, it has mittens, it has sweaters, it has everything you would need for December. So, Creative Knitting, stash that one. The book I borrowed is a book that I was considering buying on Amazon, and then I decided, hey, why don't I look and see if my library has it? And I didn't expect them to have it. I thought maybe they would be able to do the interlibrary loan thing, but surprisingly, my library actually had a copy. And this is Mostly Mittens, revised edition. Ethnic Knitting Designs from Russia by Charlene Schnurch. And as the title says, this is Mostly Mittens. Let's see. Let's find a good page to show off to you guys. I should have bookmarked the good pages, but I didn't think to do that. This is my first review, guys. Be gentle. It's my first Yarncast review, I should say. Don't know if I ever told you guys, but I used to review books. Like, fiction books. But anyway. Yeah. Lots of mitten patterns in here, as the title would imply. My only issue... Okay, I have 2 issues with the book. And one is that a lot of these charts are rather small. And I know it's probably common, because they're trying to shove as many patterns in the book as they can, but I just prefer larger charts so that I can actually see them. I also would like some numbers on my charts, because these charts don't have numbers, so don't like that fact either. And I didn't even think about that until just now. My other issue with the book is that they are all fingering and sport. Mostly fingering. So I don't have a lot of solid fingering yarn. I have very little solid fingering yarn. So if you have very little solid fingering yarn, there's something to keep in mind about this, because most of these are going to need solid colors. I mean, I can see where I could work with maybe self-striping with some of them, but for the most part you're going to need solids. So, I don't know. Other than that fact, I say stash this book. If you have a lot of solid fingering weight yarn, if you have solid sport weight yarn, then there you go, because they are very nice patterns. And I'm gonna do some of the sport weight ones. I think I have enough sport weight to do a few of them, so I will give that a shot. Like, here's a sport weight one that I will be doing. So, stash it. Mostly mittens. Stash it, guys. I'm probably actually gonna buy this after my borrowing time is up, because I really do like it. So, that's all for this episode of Yarncast. Be sure to check out the Ravelry group. I'm going to be setting up a thread after I get done recording here, a thread that lists all the knit-alongs that I am currently participating in. So if you guys want to get in on those and knit along with me, then you guys can do it. If you don't, that's okay too. You can check out the Ravelry group anyway. It's Yarncast. Just search for Yarncast in the groups and you shall find it. I am Sonic Freak on Ravelry. I am Sonic Freak everywhere. So, if you guys want to find me, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. I'm Sonic Freak, S0NICFREAK. And on Steam. If you guys use Steam, go ahead and friend me on Steam. So, see you next time, guys. Hopefully next week. But, as usual, I will not make any promises. So that way, you won't be disappointed if I don't do one next week. But see you next time, guys. Bye.